So it's Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning, and I've been unable to sleep. And it's been kind of interesting the last couple days since the full moon. Yeah, where that's come back into play, and that's kind of interesting. There's there's this shakti energy that's coming up, rising up, awakening, and it is like wow, just incredible and profound, and just wow, all of it now. And wow, what a difference a day makes, or a day or two makes, like everything just works itself out in all these certain ways, and all these, all its ways, all love's ways. And just since Easter, a lot has been cleared and purified, and I can feel, and I see like the miracles that are unfolding, and what we're able to receive and weave and choose, and conceive and receive and create and be. And when we make our connections, and when we're willing to be authentic and just willing to show up as we be, and then that's when the magic happens, and it just all comes together in miraculous ways. And so I have a lot of ideas and inspiration, and some guidance, and for liberation and empowerment and service to the whole, and creative participation and contributing, and offering gifts and medicine, and encouraging and sharing authentically with vulnerability and all of that. And so I have been kind of afraid to show up and be seen, but I am really feeling called to add my voice to this stream, and to share my streams and my wisdom, my vision, and my dreams, and to just share what I know, and be true to me, and offer it to the whole in service, for we, because I love all of us, and I want to serve we. So this is an opportunity to show up and be all that I am, all my love for me, all my love for we, just as I am, showing up for me and we, and just living and coming, operating through the heart, through the wholeness of me and my being, and my gifts that I've been given to be and share and offer, embody and receive. And so I'm willing to show up and be that, and claim that, and free that, and invite that, and claim that for me, and for we, and for all the love that we are and we need. Showing up for humanity in this time of need, bringing the dark into the lightness, to empower and free, to liberate humanity, and to be a light, to help us see, to encourage, that all of us see what we need to see, and open to each other, and be willing to seek understanding, seek to understand, and reveal the things we need to see. And so that we know what we have to work with, and what we get to play with, and who we get to be, and who we get to choose. For we. So all of that in all those ways, and for all our ways, through all ways. And so, I just been thinking about doing compassionate disclosure, because now that this is the time of awakening, of the Great Awakening, and now we're able to see things And this is the time of the tower collapsing, when all of the structures, the false structures, are dissolving and breaking down, wearing down. And it's a time, to see those structures, to see what's been created, to see where energy's been directed, misdirected, and dishonored, and abused and exploited, and where the power that we haven't claimed, and how that's been used, and to bind, and with invisible chains, and to entangle the mind and enslave. So just to help bring awareness and light to that, and to the structures and the systems that contribute to that service to self, and dishonoring others, and not honoring in exchange, or the freedom of ourselves and others. And so that is important. And just sharing alchemy tools, and just the inner wisdom and the intuition that wants to unfold and come through and be told, and the stories and all of that, and telling my own story, and speaking from my own truth, centered and rooted and grounded in that, in those roots. And just being comfortable speaking my truth, and then just encouraging others to speak theirs and own theirs and claim theirs, and helping them to access their wisdom, their well of wisdom within. And claiming that power within, and that power to change and create and to choose and to be all we need, for all. And we have nothing to lose, so we do have nothing to lose, and all to claim. So let's reframe and reclaim and rename, reorganize, restructure, reframe. And doing that in all our ways, and I'm willing, to show up in all of my ways, and just play, and just be in service, and express, in devotion and innocence, for all the love that I am, for all the love that we are, and so call in that great I am, that I am, that I am, that I am, that I am. And just thinking of metaphors and symbols and codes and all of that, all those offerings and authenticity, and vulnerability. Just let it be that, and ask for help with all that. So I do want to get on that soon. I feel really called to do that. And just thinking about just all the ways that I want to express and invite all walks of life and people on their paths to join in this alchemy, and multiply our might in connection, and see all the light, see the light in ourselves and in others, and know that it's all right, and harmonize that, and play with that, and be with that, and receive all that. So Yeah. It's been really interesting because, yeah, there has been a lot of connection, communication, and reflection and projection. And it's just like so intense. Like the collective's going through it. Like, yeah, there's no end. And it's funny. It's just like, oh, yeah, begin again. So, like, yeah, it seems overwhelming in certain ways because everything's happening so fast and changing so fast and like just like coming in so fast. And we're becoming aware of so much more. And it's a little hard to process sometimes. And like, especially if we're holding on to, yeah, clinging to old things and old ways of seeing and like, yeah, that kind of thing, like those control strategies. But like, yeah, and we do like need to make the room to grieve too, because it is like traumatic, like, in certain ways, to lose our innocence about certain things, or we can begin to see that like certain things aren't what they seemed, or there was a big dense black shadow like under the seams like of what we were able to see. And like now that shadow can be seen and it can be illuminated and seen. But like Plato's allegory of the cave, sometimes it's very confusing and disorienting, and it really hurts like to start to see like wider perspectives, like when we've only been able to see like such a limited, fragmented reality, and then see it change, like, and yeah, that can create like some pain. And yeah, so that's, yeah, why, yeah, I'm gonna show up and step up too, and so other people know that they're not alone too in um, awakening and seeing certain things happen and play out, and help people navigate and connect and like heal, alchemize, neutralize, begin to recognize things and the tools that we have to claim and reframe, like, and redirect and protect our energy, honor that. So, yeah. And I do feel like, me sharing my voice in my authentic, empathetic, compassionate, caring ways, that it will help others to show up and share their voice and their wisdom and their truth and their stories, and just like, yeah, see what they have to offer, and appreciate like and value like the gifts that they are and have to give, receive, and live and share and dream and be. And so that's my main motivation and my, yeah, intentions and service, like, that I want to give, be, share, and receive, and yeah, and teach, and yeah. And so it's been really funny, like, seeing all this unfold, like all of the dark agendas, and yeah, just the plan for enslavement of humanity. And yeah, that's just not acceptable to me. So like, I'm showing up and I'm stepping up and I'm speaking up, and like it has been a struggle and a conflict, kind of, because I'm not sometimes sure how to go about it. And I have been angry, and I've been aware of that too. And like, yeah, just because it is like this kind of pushback, like, where, you know what, like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, like, this is not acceptable, like, screw that, like, no, I do not consent to that. I do not consent to any of that. And I claim my power, and I'm going to speak up for that, and I'm going to speak up for injustice and cruelty and like all of that. So I'm going to speak out when I see injustice and when I see manipulation and exploitation and like where we need to course correct. And like, yeah, so just gonna do that as gracefully as possible. And I have been, like, yeah, and I know, like, it's just something that we refine, and it's trial and error, and it's just like, yeah, it's being willing to make mistakes and being willing to be wrong, and just like, yeah, um, allowing all of that, and allowing, like, and just showing up for practice, and like surrendering expectations and everything, surrendering, suspending, and claiming, yeah, that space of neutrality and that unity and, yeah, that vision and receptivity. So, yeah, I did, and I'm grateful to have remembered like certain things too, and like have been able to receive certain things and ask questions. And I did ask, like, how can I proceed with this? Like, how do I proceed? And I knew like that I was gonna get what I needed, because I always do, and I always am able to like trust that I'm gonna receive what I need. And yeah, I just always ask and ye shall receive. Yeah, it's beautiful that way. And so that trust and that faith and that receptivity and that grace, yeah, and strength, and yeah, all of that, like hospitality, connection, and support, and trust. Yeah, trust is huge. Trust is huge. Huge thing that we get to reclaim. But yeah, so I did get these ideas just to do some videos and like kind of how to structure that, and like, and just start on that, and invite that, and be willing to show up for that, free that, and create that. So I'm willing. And yeah, today was at like three different people, or four different people, thanked me today for speaking up and sharing, like, just what I was sharing, just what I felt like led to post and stuff. And I had like, it's kind of funny, I was feeling like anxiety. I was feeling anxiety about it, because I was feeling like emotionally charged and different things about it, you know, and like worried about what people might think. But then at the same time, knowing that, you know, it's okay what they think, because like knowing that it's like all a bubble and a perception of their reality too, and like it's not really about me, and like it's just about the conflicting beliefs really, and how that kind of makes us uncomfortable and like defensive and fearful, you know, and kind of, yeah, maybe a little judgmental and stuff. But just knowing not to take that personally, or just like, yeah, putting that into perspective, and like seeing where I tend to do that as well sometimes, like where someone has a very different perspective than me, and I can allow those opposing views and perspectives, but sometimes I can see like where I get triggered, and like where the judge and the victim, and like the warrior and rebel come into play and stuff like that. So yeah, I can own that and claim that and free that, yeah, and thank that and bless that, and being aware of my own limitations and my own filters, biases, and like blind spots, and yeah, reflections and projections and stuff. But yeah, just to help bring awareness to like a lot of these things, and like open the dialogue, and to hold a safe space, and invite like wisdom, connection, unity, and understanding, and empowerment for the whole. Yeah, and just sharing all and what I know, and as it wants to come through and unfold. And so that was like really cool, like to get like those messages today, where it did mean a lot to some people that I was like speaking up and sharing and being brave. All of them told me I was being brave, and I was like, wow, that's because I was willing to show up and just be brave, feel the fear, and do it anyway, and speak up and like just like do the best I could, even though like it was like in some ways coming from a place of like fear and urgency, and like just like yeah, from that place, like it not total fear, but it was like urgency and seriousness, and like yeah, like this, people need to wake up and see this stuff, and and like kind of frustration too, because like why can't you see this, or why can't this be seen? But like in certain ways it's like, yeah, sometimes we hide it from ourselves because we don't want to see it, and we want to stay asleep, or like because it's been easier that way, like in certain ways, like to use those kind of strategies. So because it's like hard to confront things, and it's like yeah, and plus we've been in a trance, and there's all these other contributing factors of like what's kept us from really being able to see with clarity, and with yeah, the unity, like that vision of unity, when we've been conditioned and trained to see everything as fragmented separate pieces. So it's like constructing and deconstructing, and like so we can see the whole picture again, like, and knowing that it's been upside down, and so we get to claim the Hanged Man, the key of 12, and like suspend our beliefs and come from a place where we can hold the space to see different possibilities and connections, yeah, that we haven't been able to see before. And so like that's awesome that we have that vision now, that capability, and that access to that sight, to that vision, and we can develop like and trust and explore using that vision and accessing like deeper insights through deeper vision, yeah, and inquiry, and looking and going within, and contemplating and reflecting, and like just being willing to be open. So yay, that's like really positive stuff, and like really affirming and confirming. So yeah, like I've had some really interesting conversations lately, and I'm grateful for that. And yeah, because that really, it helps me know that I'm on the right track, and yeah, that I'm needed to show up, and yeah, needed to show up just where I'm at, yeah, and then help other people know that like, ready or not, like let's jump in, like we got this, we can show up and be ourselves, and like we have like all these gifts to give and share and discover and free and honor and share and exchange and contribute and participate and play. So that's really cool. That's like generative, yeah, generous prosperity, generous gifts, generous love, all of this, and honoring exchange and reciprocity and transformation, change, death, rebirth, all the change, all the cycles, growth, stagnation, and everything in between. So yeah, that's a lot that we get to learn, discover, and see. And so yeah, really cool things. And so using art and creativity and authenticity and vulnerability, and encouraging free thinking and diversity and uniqueness, sovereignty and belonging, free will, free choice, and yeah, the freedom to be. The freedom to be and to choose our own ways and to choose our own path and what works, what feels right and best for us. And that's up to us to decide, and that's for us to refine, and that's for us to claim the right to choose. So hopefully that empowers and serves and creates some awesome, beautiful things. And I'm sure like it's already creating itself. Like, because it's always becoming and changing itself and growing itself and yeah, knowing itself, knowing more of itself, awakening to itself. That's pretty cool too. So yeah, I think I'll just do my best and like just share from the heart and trust and share my story and share what love wants to speak through me, my love, my truth, my being, and express that with love, devotion, innocence. Yeah. And just be all I am and trust, love, like, yeah, and offer it all to love. Offer it all to love. And just be that love for myself and for all. Through loving all I am and being true to who I am and honoring how I am and allowing all I am and receiving all I am and sharing all I am and with vulnerability and hospitality and bravery and courage and strength and faith and grace and compassion and yeah, creativity and humor and emotional intelligence and just, yeah, from the seat of my pants, like, yeah, I'm willing. I'm willing. So what could it be? What's possible? How can we show up in new whole true ways and serve love in all ways, true whole full ways, and create structures of integrity and prosperity with freedom, belonging, community, and sovereignty, like honoring the whole, honoring all cycles, all stages, all seasons, all phases, all beings, all ways. So how good and awesome and beautiful and gold, the golden age. Yeah, creating that and inviting that, the diamond consciousness, Christos, Sophia, divine wisdom, embodied, awakened, the light returning, the light, awakening, the light. Yeah, being birthed through the awakened human being. And that's who we are, who we get to be. So that is beautiful. So rich, so lush, so awesome, so wonderful. And yeah, I'm grateful and humbled and awed and yeah, kind of blown away by all this, like, just wisdom, but and all of the madness, It was just kind of just such a weird contrast, and just like, but that's just what it is. So yeah, just get to work with that and play with that and be with that and bless it all, bless that. Yeah. So creativity and willingness and humility, and gratitude, compassion. Yeah, with hopes for all possibilities that contribute to love and to life and to free will and to honoring all and to being well. Yeah, to being true, whole, full, free, and well. So I bless that and I praise that and I thank that, and I'm willing to show up, and I'm willing to take care of me and respond and come into alignment and in harmony with me, and learn how to balance and just be willing to learn and be grateful and receptive, and the goddess returns. So yeah, beautiful, 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 beautiful beings that we are, and like focusing on wellness and health and education, information that empowers, and and those connections for support. So yay, that's really positive, and that is like totally what my mission is, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this awakening and this part of healing and this part of alchemy and individuation, indivisibility. Yeah. And interconnection, interrelation, and all that it is. So yay, I bless my voice and I welcome, honor, praise all the love that wants to be expressed and shared through all her ways. Humility and gratitude, compassion, so much love for the whole human race and for all of her ways, for the goddess, for life, for all of our ways, for all she is in all of our ways, in all of her ways, in all of thy ways, in all of my ways, in all of your ways, in all ways, in all ways, in all ways, through all ways, for always, through always, for always, and always, through always.